Folks, let's use some wisdom when it comes to school, education, and especially funding our kids for college. Hi, my name is Rick, and thanks for joining me on this No Perfect Parent podcast. I want to share with you just some things that I learned in my parenting journey. You know, I'm an educator. I believe in education. I have a master's degree in education, and I just like my dissertation to have earned a PhD. My wife, my kids, they all have college degrees. I was principal of 3 Christian schools. I consulted with 2 others. I was a school board president, interim director of an overseas Christian school, and I have experience teaching in public schools. I even believe the Bible teaches the importance of education. But despite all that, I have to say, success in school is not all it's cracked up to be. I say this because I've seen some parents so focused on good grades that they shred their child's spirit when the child doesn't meet performance expectations. Additionally, I've seen some parents so concerned about their kids earning their degree from the right college, that prestigious college, that they stand idly by and watch while their child's spiritual life goes down the toilet. Sometimes they even continue to fund the spiritual destruction of their child. Yes, we should encourage our kids. We want them to do their best. We should make sure they know education is important. Attendance is important. Homework is important. And yes, even good grades are important, but they're not as important as character, spiritual sensitivity, obedience to the Lord, and living a life of integrity before God and man. You know, if you're funding college and you see your child cooling spiritually, maybe they're not engaging actively in a local church, or they're veering away from standards you hold to, jerk their subsidies. You may not be able to force them to return home, but you don't have to be a willing party to their destruction. You sure don't want to be funding the prodigal son while he's living in the pig pen. The GPA that we should be most concerned about is their God-pleasing ambition, not their grade point average. What good is it if they graduate summa cum laude from the most prestigious college in the land, they get an impressive job paying a huge salary, but then they use all that education, talent, and resource just to serve themselves? Such a person would have been better off to have remained poor, dumb, and ignorant, because God says, to whom much is given, much will be required. It's better that they serve in some menial position, always having to watch their pennies, but be a man or a woman who does their work unto the Lord, who takes their family to church, who loves their spouse, raises godly kids, and serves the Lord and His people, and has eternal priorities. That's a whole lot better than them being some highly successful pagan. James says this: the wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure, then peace-loving, considerate, submissive, full of mercy and good fruit, impartial, and sincere. Hey, by the way, I can't find the verse in the Bible. It's got to be there, but I can't find the verse in the Bible that says we owe our kids a college education or that they're mature enough at 18 to leave home and get one. But if you want to fund it, consider this. I know an extremely wealthy man. He required all of his kids to successfully complete 2 years at the local junior college while living at home before he would allow them to go off to the prestigious state college. Money sure wasn't the issue. He wanted them to prove that they had the maturity it takes to live away from home before he was going to fund it. Hey friends, we only get one chance at this parenting thing. We sure don't want to take it and use it and throw it away on experiment and trial and error. We need to follow the biblical principles. They have been proven throughout the centuries to work. You know, if you like these short podcasts, I want to encourage you to take a moment to share them with someone you know would benefit from them, and subscribe so that you'll get each new update.